Right, what's going on guys? Welcome to the video. We got a quick one here, but before I start, I just want to say a happy new year to everyone on YouTube, and especially my viewers and subscribers. It was a great 2019, now let's make 2020 even better and get Brexit done. And not just a Brexit in name only, hopefully a proper Brexit. But speaking of the new year, this video is just about that, because last night, I'm sure most of you will have known and some of you might have watched, the BBC's coverage of the New Year celebrations at the South Bank in London, where they held a massive fireworks display and of course played some music afterwards, which is what we are going to talk about. During the New Year's Eve celebrations, the White Stripes song Seven Nation Army was played, causing the Labour loonies to jump on Twitter and start tweeting hashtag Oh Jeremy Corbyn, claiming of course that the crowds in London were singing Oh Jeremy Corbyn to that song, when in actual fact they really wasn't, as you will hear now in this very short clip, providing YouTube doesn't block the sound. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, there was definitely no Oh Jeremy Corbyn that could be heard on that. And I checked all of the other outlets that I could find that was showing the fireworks last night and the music afterwards, and guess what? I could not hear Oh Jeremy Corbyn anywhere, regardless of what these Labour shitweasels claim. So, let's take a look at Twitter and see what that clusterfuck has to say, because you know, these Ramoning Corbynistas are gonna be all over the place, screaming and shouting about how it was sung, when in actual fact, as we know now, and I knew last night, it really wasn't. And we'll start off with a good one. You still don't get it, do you? Twitter hashtags and chants in London doesn't represent the 67 million people across the UK. Corbyn was rejected virtually everywhere outside of a couple of cities. This map will remind you. Hashtag Oh Jeremy Corbyn. Oh Jeremy Corbyn, Oh Jeremy Corbyn, Oh Jeremy Corbyn, Oh Jeremy Corbyn, and Oh Jeremy Corbyn. Aside from that, completely kicked to the curb. But apparently, the country was still singing Oh Jeremy Corbyn as we ushered in 2020. Complete bullshit, as we all know. Imagine tweeting a hashtag Oh Jeremy Corbyn and fawning over a guy who just delivered Labour's worst election result since the 1930s and has ensured Boris Johnson and this abomination of a government stay in power with a bumper majority. I was hoping we'd left this tiresome, cringeworthy bullshit behind in 2019. And I would have to agree with this guy in some sense. Although, it's quite funny he's slightly pissed off about the Boris Johnson government must be a Lib Dem voter. And you can see the EU flag there, so we know he's a Ramoning tosspot. We got Rachel here. This whole hashtag Oh Jeremy Corbyn thing is so cringy, his cultists are nuts for singing it. Do these people realise he just lost 3 elections in a row, with this election being Labour's worst defeat? You lot have been brainwashed. Well, she is not wrong that they have been brainwashed, and they are cringeworthy. Because let's be honest, lying about people chanting someone's name during a song is kind of cringeworthy and actually pretty pathetic. Labour supporters trending hashtag Oh Jeremy Corbyn is just adorable. I don't think they've realised they lost yet. No, you're right, I don't think they have. And here we go, here's another great one. If you've been affected by last night's hashtag Oh Jeremy Corbyn incident, advice can be found on the below helpline. Alternatively, relevant health teams can be contacted by Owl, Raven, Smoke Signal, or by hanging a hammer and sickle flag from the balcony of your mother's London penthouse. VoteWatch would like to wish a speedy recovery to all those currently suffering from Corbyn hysteria. If you or a family member have been affected from the hearing of imaginary pro-Labour tunes, we advise you to contact 0800 231 Get a fucking grip. I just love this shit. This is salt mining season, because they are so obviously lying about this, it's unreal. And of course anyone with half a brain cell is going to throw in a little troll, because why the fuck not? It's 2020, you might as well start the year off trolling the losers of 2019. Young people in London singing hashtag Oh Jeremy Corbyn to welcome in the new year. Well, as we already know, they actually wasn't, or if they was, it wasn't enough of them to be audible. You have to respect their resilience to dust themselves off from Labour's horrific election defeat until you realise they don't know that they lost. 2019 was a great year, and this was without doubt the best moment. It was definitely one of the best moments. I wouldn't say it was the best moment though. No, I do need to do a video on the highlights of 2019, which I will try and get out either today or tomorrow. And here we have a nice little salty fuck pig. LFTV was wondering why the hard right trolls were so bent out of shape by hashtag Oh Jeremy Corbyn trending. No one's bent out of shape. We're just here to call out the bullshit that yous lot are spouting. Reckon it's because they know Boris Johnson didn't win a real mandate, but simply defrauded the electorate with lies, aided and abetted by a complicit media. Oh my god. Someone help me. It's just incredible, isn't it? He didn't win a real mandate, so winning a general election nowadays is not a real mandate. I bet you this tosspot wouldn't be saying that if Jeremy Corbyn had won a majority. Fucking idiot. You can't put the genie back in the bottle. Well, we don't want to. We want to kick him to the curb and smash the bottle on the floor. Jeremy Corbyn has inspired many, and because of that, many have become more politically aware and involved. Well, he might have inspired many people, but unfortunately, he didn't inspire enough, did he, sweetie? We are not going away. We know the fight goes on, and we're up for the fight. Our country deserves better. Yeah, it deserved better than Jeremy Corbyn, and it got better than Jeremy Corbyn. Let's be honest, there ain't many people in the world that would be worse than Jeremy Corbyn as your Prime Minister. And as for the claim that he's inspired many, that is ridiculous, because last time I checked, he had the worst election defeat in 85 years. That's not inspiring many, if you ask me. He might have inspired many in your Twitter echo chambers, he really didn't inspire many in the real world. As we all know, but the Labour losers don't seem to get. Oh, Jeremy Corbyn, thank you for giving us hope and the years that you spent consistently sticking up for the people that are not British. You brought back the movement, and I'm not going anywhere. Yeah, that's right, your movement is not going anywhere, but stalemate and backwards, as we have just seen here. He has ended up losing 60 of his MPs and a shitload of votes compared to the 2017 election. So I would say Labour's movement is going swiftly downhill. Wouldn't you? But yep, you keep not going anywhere because you will just keep this socialist shitweasel out of power and his cronies who he wants to put in. Why do you think he's hanging on like a bad smell? Diane Scott, Oh Jeremy Corbyn ringing out at the start of this new decade is simply as it should be. No, it's not, because it didn't happen. The establishment took the beauty from our country with its lies and fraud. What lies are these and what fraud is this? People voted. And here we have Rena. We are not brainwashed, nor are we a cult like many of the right are suggesting. We are just passionately supporting a man who has brought hope. A man who fought against oppression his entire life. A man who cares about the people, the working class and minorities. He cares about everyone except for the British working class. Let's be honest with that. As we have found out, every single one of them deserted him, not only because he's a terrorist sympathising shitweasel, but because he will ruin the economy, and he's a London elitist. There's nothing he's ever going to do to help anywhere else in the country. Let's be honest, he's spent the last few years pandering to his momentum movement that is liberal, city-based, fuck pigs. And as you can see, the rest of them are all just essentially going down the same line, trying to promote the fake news that Oh Jeremy Corbyn was sung at the London South Bank by any group of people. It really wasn't, and if it was, it would have been by a few Labour voters who were hanging around together. It definitely wasn't something the whole crowd was singing. That is just nonsense. But we will end with this one. Okay cultists, you can carry on protesting, singing hashtag Oh Jeremy Corbyn. Carry on attending those weird lefty crusty rallies. Meanwhile, Boris Johnson and his stonking 80-seat Tory majority will get on with shaping the nation's future for the next decade. Personally, I think it will be more than the next decade, but you are correct. Hashtag Happy New Year 2020. And there's Jeremy Corbyn and the Labour movement, and here is Britain's electorate. And you all know what happens there. And we'll leave it up with Boris taking us into 2020 with a smile and a Corbynated chicken looking salty as fuck. Much like his Labour supporters that we have just been salt mining over their lies about the hashtag Oh Jeremy Corbyn bullshit being sung last night on the New Year's Eve celebrations. So I'm going to end the video there, but once again I do want to say a big thank you to all my viewers and subscribers from 2019 who helped the channel grow to what it is now. I hope you all have a great 2020 and I look forward to seeing you all there in the comment sections and live streams. Now before I go, I do want to thank our PayPal, Patreon, Subscribestar and YouTube members for supporting the channel, along with everyone who watches my videos. Remember to let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Leave a like, subscribe with a notification bell and share this video as it helps the channel a lot. And I'll see you all in the next one.
And Corbyn neutral by Christmas.
There is a pattern consistent throughout history of oppressed people turning on the oppressors. Slaves against their owners, the peasantry against the feudal barons, colonies, Mr. Verhofstadt, against their empires. And that is why Britain is leaving. and it doesn't matter which language you use, we are going and we are glad to be going. We're off.
Ramon! Ramon!